Okay, so hello everyone. This is Emily for Kyoto UX. So most of you are probably familiar with the display structures as shown here. However, some of you may not be familiar with the skeletal structures. So if it's your case, this video is going to be good for you. So that's what we're going to cover today. Okay, so let's first have a look at the compound on the left side. So as you may have already realized, this compound is butanol. So I will write it here. So that's its chemical structure. So if you look at the display structure, it's easy to find out how many carbon atoms you have in there because they are labeled. So from the chemical structure, you can see that you have 4 carbon atoms. And you also can find out how many hydrogen atoms you have. So you have 10 here because they're all labeled, so that's easy. So you have 10 hydrogen atoms. Okay, and you also have 1 oxygen atom, but it's not going to be the topic of the video. So we're going to focus on the carbon and hydrogen atoms. So if you look at the other structure here on the right side, so that's the same compound. However, the structure is very much different. So first, when you look at it, you can see that there are no carbon atoms that are labeled. So you have to be able to see them. So in order to find out how many carbon atoms you have in here, so you have to assume that you have 1 carbon atom at every endpoint or corner of the zigzag. So then you have 4 carbon atoms here. Okay, and as compared to the other structure, so you see you have hydrogen atoms here, but you only have 1 that is labeled. In that case, on the skeletal structures, you have 1 hydrogen that is right next to the oxygen atom. So hydrogen atoms in skeletal structures will only be labeled if they're bound to an heteroatom like oxygen, so such as this case here. However, the other hydrogen atoms will not be shown. So you have to assume that if you don't have any charge on the carbon atoms, so you're going to have enough hydrogen to form a total of 4 bonds. So that one needs 3 hydrogen atoms. 1, 2, 3. So they're here. This carbon atoms needs 2. That carbon needs another 2. And this one, 2. So then you have a total of 10 hydrogen atoms. Okay. And you also have 1 oxygen, but it's not the topic of this video. So then you can see that you have actually the same compound. It's just another way to draw it. So that's the skeletal way. It may be difficult at the beginning, but it will get easier with some practice. So we're going to do some practice during the next video. Stay tuned.